And we're off. Hey, good morning, everybody, and happy holidays to you. We're in the middle, we're in the countdown to Christmas here in Southern California, where temperatures have dropped into the 40s, which is really, really cold for us here in the Banana Belt. Oh my goodness, you're laughing if you live in the Midwest or, the Scandinavian countries, or a place where, it gets really cold. But 40s for us, hey man, we're layering at 40s. You guys are swimming, but we're like, oh man, is that cold. My name is Dave. I teach people how to play the saxophone, and I want to thank all of the new members who have come on board. New subscribers, not members, subscribers, because this is free. I do this for free. I have absolutely no other monetary gain other than teaching private lessons. And if you would like to talk about private lessons, reach out to me at davegoodsax@gmail.com. And we can set something up either on Zoom or in person here if you live in Southern California. If it's convenient for you or you're passing through, maybe we can hook something up and just play some saxophone. Man, it's always bugged me. This little lamp is bugging me. The light, I'm looking to your left, and I don't. Where's the camera? How do I actually look directly straight at you? How do I make that? Am I doing it now? I can't tell. I don't know. Just when I look at the videos, I'm always looking off somewhere else. And I hate that in a conversation. I actually like eye contact. So, being technologically not savvy, my apologies to you for always constantly looking over your shoulder. Anyway, today's session is going to require, it's going to be a short one, and it's about something that if you're not improving, if you've been working at your horn, let's say you're working at it, but you're not quite getting where you want to go, this is for you. You may need one of these. What is that? That's a pencil. Yeah, not just any pencil, it's a mechanical pencil. It's awesome, right? But you might need one of these, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Today's program is going to be about goal setting goals. In life, you don't get anywhere without having some kind of a goal, a plan in place. And a goal is really just a plan with date and time stamps, markers. I want to be here by then, all right? In a nutshell, that's all it is. So it applies to, like I said, just about everything in your life. Savings accounts, educations, the numbers of books that you want to read, and learning how to play better saxophone, getting your saxophone skills where you want them to be, okay? That's what this program is going to be about today. Goal setting. Looking off to the side. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, how do we start? Well, let's just pick an arbitrary goal. I'm going to pick one for you. Let's just say you would like to start playing in your Sunday church band. Most churches now have really cool bands, light shows, the whole thing, And maybe you'd like to have a place in that. So the first thing to do is to ascertain whether or not they got room for a saxophone player. Because I don't want you to work towards something that's just not going to happen, okay? This is a goal that's for real, okay? So let's just say they do. They'd like to have a saxophone player. Next step. Now, this is the important part here. And you can't kid yourself. You cannot fool yourself on this one. But be gentle, okay? So you look at what level do they play at, and what level are you at the current time, right? The difference between the two, where you are really playing at your level, and the level they're playing at, the difference between the two is where we will now begin to set goals, okay? We're going to set goals, and you're going to write them down. That's where this comes into play. Awesome pencil. Yeah, this isn't one of those exercises where you stick your mouthpiece in and you go, whatever the hell that thing is. Don't do. I'm afraid you'll swallow your pencil, so don't do that. But the reason you're going to write them down is because nothing happens until you write something down. If you write it down, now you've committed it. Now it's outside of your head and it's on paper, okay? And you can write this goal out in any language that you want as long as you write it down. You're just going to write it. Get some paper, get a notebook, whatever. I don't care what a really cool notebook. Go to Walmart, get yourself a really cool notebook and start writing this goal down. And let's set or any store near you. I shouldn't have said that. I'm not paid by them to say that in this video. Anyway, we're going to get back to writing the goal down, and we're going to write it down What do I intend to accomplish, and in what period of time? So let's just say perhaps your skill set right now is pretty good, but it's not really where the church choir is at. These people are Nashville quality. They're really kicking some butt. Are you there yet? Not quite. All right. So let's just think about if you decide what things that you need to practice to get to their level. What parts are you deficient in on your horn? Is it tone? Is it scales? Is it arpeggios? Is it knowing the songs, learning the songs, being able to solo, take a nice big, beautiful, emotional Sunday morning church solo break on your alto or your tenor saxophone or your soprano, whatever you got. Is it that? I don't know. You have to, because I don't. I'm not sitting there with you, but you know what your deficiencies are, what you need to have, what you need to put together to get up on that stage and make it work, okay? Or to pass an audition. Let's say maybe they audition new members. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to write that down. So let's going back to our arbitrary goal. My goal is I will in 12 months be able to play my sax at church band level, okay? And we're going to break that down now into smaller goals, right? Little goals that are measurable. So let's just say there are 12 months in a year. So every month, you're going to measure your progress. How about maybe even smaller, smaller than months? Maybe every 2 weeks, you're going to have a point where you can measure your progress. Say, how am I doing here? Did I get my, for lack of anything, my C dominant scale? Do I have that? Do I have the arpeggio? Can I play it to the 9 back and forth, upside down? Can I do anything I want to with that? Perfect. You check that off and you move on to the next one, okay? These are all ways to measure your progress. This is what goal setting is all about. Now, there's a key element here, and that is this. Don't tell anybody. No, I'm serious. Don't even tell me. Don't tell anybody. Why would you not tell anybody? It's because, you got people that'll say, you'll never get there. You suck. Your saxophone is junk. You can't play. They're so good. Or whatever. People have a way of tearing down our goals and coming at us with for whatever reason. Do we care? No, we don't care why. We just that they do it. So keep it to yourself. And a lot of times, with creatives like musicians, just stating the goal, talking about, hey, what I want to do. I want to join the church band, and I'm going to join that church band in a year. Sometimes that in and of itself is enough. We have in our mind now, since we're creative and we build things in our minds from nothing, basic, like say chord patterns. That's what we do. Musicians make something where there was nothing before from just chords, a series of chords and scales. So we're going to do that. Sometimes, we're that imaginative that just saying it, in our mind, it's done. So no, you're going to put it on paper, you're going to write it down, and you're going to look at this every day. Every day? Every day, Dave? Yes, every day. Perhaps you want to tape it up to maybe your bathroom mirror, or maybe a spot in your bedroom if you share the bathroom with members of your family. You don't have, you see, I live alone here, so I tend to think private. It's my own bathroom. I can put anything on the mirror I want. Maybe you can't do that. So maybe you want to keep your goal journal, right? And write down every day. How did you do? What did you practice to get there? What are you working on to get to the place 12 months from now, or whatever the time period is? I'm just picking an arbitrary goal and an arbitrary time limit for you to get there. And you're gonna check in with yourself every couple of weeks and cross things off the list as you go. Got it? Okay. Now, here's the final thing that you're going to do. And this is, I didn't invent this stuff. I take lots of seminars in success, how to be successful at things. And one of the things that really helped me was the why. Why do you want to do this? Why? What's this? What do you get out of it? What do you get out of playing in the church band? What do you get out of solving, these problems that you're going to have to solve? And there are lots of them to meet this goal. What is it that you get? All right. And I want you to write a list of whys, just, maybe 10 or 20 of them. Why do I want to do this? How will I feel when I get there? What will this do for me as a player? What will this do for my spirituality, my whatever it is? Whatever. You write down the whys and make them so awesome that you just think, it's just going to be, just really, really awesome when you reach this goal and you look at the list of why. Why do I want to, how will I feel? What's this going to do for me? Okay. Now, the final caution here is to not make a goal so huge that you can't achieve it. Let's say you're an intermediate level player and you got all your scales down and you can solo to let's pick a blue bossa. You got that dialed in. You can go to the jam sessions and do a pretty good blue bossa in C minor. Okay, so you want to learn the Michael Brecker version of that and you want to actually be able to play that. Maybe you're not at that level. Maybe you're not quite there. Maybe that's a goal that you can't achieve. All right. Now, this is what happens. A lot of us will reach out and say, I want to make $1 million. Okay, good. How much do you have now and what's your income? Well, I don't have any money now and I don't have a job. Well, making $1 million in the next year is going to be kind of impossible, isn't it? That's too big of a goal. So what happens? It's self-defeating. And a lot of people that, maybe, tried this before, set a goal. They said, well, it was too big and they couldn't attain it. And so they didn't do it. They quit. They just said, all right, hell, goals are not for me. No, goals are for you, little ones, okay? You're not going to climb Mount Everest in 20 minutes. I mean, you're going to build up to climbing it, and it's going to take whatever it takes to get to the top of Everest and back down again. I mean, if everybody stood at the base of Everest and looked and said, I'm going to do this in 20 minutes, no one would be climbing Everest, right? You feel me? Okay. So the goal's got to be attainable. It's got to be manageable. You got to know the whys of why you want to do this. Write it down. Tell nobody. Look at your goal every day. Measure your progress. Now, a couple things that you can use in final analysis here to get to where you want to be. One would be using a device that helps you tune so that you can play in tune. I suggest practicing to drones, playing along to drones. Tune with your ears, not a little thing that shows a green light or a red light. Tune with your ears. You can find practice drones in all keys on your laptop, your smartphone. Look up practice drones on YouTube and practice along to those, okay? The second thing is a metronome. It's been said before by players better than me, metronome don't lie. Use a metronome, right? So get your time right, and your intonation right. Have a great time in the meanwhile, and know that you can achieve whatever this goal is that you set out as long as it's reasonable and you've given yourself a reasonable amount of time, okay? All right, questions? davegoodsax@gmail.com. Thanks again to all of those of you who have subscribed to this channel. You've won my heart by doing that. This is something that I just do. I don't promote it. I don't sell any of this time. I just do it. So I'm grateful that some of you have found value. You in turn have, with your comments, given me value. So comments below, hit the subscribe button, maybe a thumbs up or two if you feel like it, because I love attention, okay? Hey, anyway, I'll be back again, and I hope to see you again. If not before the holidays, enjoy. Have a great holidays season with your families, okay? All right. Catch you again. Thanks for being here.